I'm so in love with you.
What is up, guys? Welcome to Little Walk Shopping Center here in Pattaya, Thailand. If you're observational, you might be able to guess why I'm here, but it's actually my first time over here. It's pretty much just a little shopping district, but out here for one of my favorite things, and I can see some freshies, and there's nothing like new blood. So let's get a move. Now, don't get me wrong, of course I love car culture in America. Full disclosure, I'm not really much of a muscle car guy, but unfortunately that's kind of like the one thing we own as Americans in the global scheme of automobiles. But another thing that kind of gets old if you go to enough even races, but especially car shows in America, is after a while you start to notice that trends are very much a thing. So if you go to one show one year and then a couple years later you go to a different one, of course a lot of the cars will be different, but in the sense of the styling of them and what's cool and what's not, it kind of ends up all being the same. It'll change throughout the years, but all the cars kind of stay the same styling of what's cool at the time. Now, of course, that's true with most things, but in Thailand, I think it's really cool because they kind of take a little bit from car culture all over the world, and everybody's kind of got their own style. Now, granted, a lot of those styles don't kind of stick together, like the stance guys and the drag guys and the wide body guys. But for the most part, unless you go to a designated wide body or stance meet or something like that in Thailand, every time you go to a car show, there is a little bit of something for everybody, which makes it a lot more fun in my opinion. And no matter what you like, there's pretty much guaranteed to be something that you're into. Thailand 1, America 0. Another thing that's kind of funny about car shows or just cars in general in Thailand, now everywhere you go, there's a certain echelon of car that's kind of a flex. In America, it's all the JDM beasts. If you got an R34, a Mark IV Supra, things like that, that's like the it car. But it's funny in Thailand, if you don't know, imported cars have a 300%, it's 200 or 300% duty tax. So a car that you import from America that might be 50,000 USD there is 150,000 USD here. So you'll see some of the clips, there's a couple of 350 and 370Zs here. In America, you see them all the time, and not that they're not cool, it's just super common. It's kind of an entry-level tuner slash modification car, because in America, they retail for $35,000 to $45,000, but in Thailand, it's triple that. So here, a 370Z is a serious car. And another one that we see all the time in America, and it's got a really bad rap, honestly, is of course Mustangs. Now, I am a fan of the 5.0 Mustangs. I mean, you can't go wrong with the V8, but honestly, in America, we just see them so much. They're all over the place. Nobody really takes a second look at them unless it's a really tricked out one. But here in Thailand, with that duty tax, completely different ballgame. One thing that does reign true in America as well as Thailand, from what I can tell, pretty much every meet, every race, the Honda boys are out in full effect, which is one of my favorite things about it, honestly. Don't know, big Honda guy. So of course you'll see the 90s EG hatches, which are really popular here, and if you're looking to get one, this is the place to do it. They are much cheaper, but even some of the newer gens, a lot of people in America seem to kind of shy away from those ones. I don't really know why. The 4th gen Civic Si is probably my favorite one. Those early 2000s, there was some dope Hondas then. But here, newer, older, as long as it's a Honda, that's good enough. Motorbike, car, does not matter. Thai guys will modify it. So after being here for about a year and a half, I've made it to quite a few car shows at this point. If you can see this blue FD RX-7 behind me, this guy lives in Pattaya. I hear him ripping around all the time. I'm pretty sure it's a crew. Him and a few of his buddies, they all have FDs. This one, there's another guy with a lime green one, even though I think he might live in Bangkok, but be surprised how many of these guys actually live in Pattaya. Now, of course, when you go to Bangkok, there's tons of modified cars everywhere, but there's quite a big scene here in Pattaya as well. And if you are in Pattaya, make sure you're staying safe. It's very busy this weekend, lots of traffic, so make sure you just call a taxi and get home safe with no extra tickets from the police on New Year's Day. It's about that time for me, guys. It is getting dark out here. My camera does not perform very well in the dark. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, see if anything else rolls through. But I will be taking tomorrow off of uploading New Year's Eve because I'm gonna hang out with a few of the buddies, kind of ring in the new year. It's been a while since I've been out. So I will see you in 2024. Thank you guys for tuning in, and like we always say, you guys have a great day. Tell somebody you love them.